Well, good afternoon. It's Thursday, March 2nd, 2023, and this is the zoning administrator hybrid hearing for the city of South San Francisco. My name is Tony Rossi, and I'll be serving as the zoning administrator for this hearing. On today's agenda, we have one item. I'm going to ask the project planner to present this item in just a minute. We'll hear an overview of the project, after which we'll open public hearing. Invite the applicants to present any additional information that you have on the project as well. After the applicant has had the opportunity to present, any members of the public that wish to comment may do so in person or by selecting the raise hand feature, and I will call on you. Once we've received public input, close the public hearing portion of this meeting. Once public hearing is closed, this ends public input for that item, and letters or testimony received up to this point today will be part of the administrative record. The purpose of this meeting is to gather information, hear from the applicants, from the project planner, receive public testimony, and give them an opportunity to ask questions of the project. Preliminary decision will get rendered today, and then a formal letter with approval or disapproval will follow. Zoning administrative decisions are documented in a letter called a notice of action. This is a 15-day appeal period that starts from the date shown on the notice of action. If you have any questions about appeals, the appeal process, or the outcome of the hearing, you can speak to your project planner, me, or our city. Appeals that are not filed properly cannot be accepted. There is a nominal fee and paperwork that needs to be filed, and paperwork that will need to be filed with the city clerk. Includes my legal introduction. Any questions before we begin? All right, I appreciate it.
A little nervous. Oh, this is my first time to attend viewing in my life. In my whole life. It's my first time.
Well, this is a nice place to do. It's pretty small. No big crowd. No one's observing. Item 1 is an application for a minor use permit at 120 West Harris Avenue. It's a report regarding consideration of a minor use permit to allow an adult daycare center at 120 West Harris Avenue in the T6 Urban Core Zoning District, in accordance with Title 20 of the South San Francisco Municipal Code, and determination that the project is categorically exempt from CEQA or Class 1, Section 15301. Victoria King is the associate planner. So I'll ask, I open the public hearing. It's open, and ask the project planner to give a brief presentation.
Okay, hello, good afternoon, zoning administrator and everyone. And this is Victoria King presenting the project at 120 West Harris Avenue, minor use permit for adult daycare center. So the project is located at 120 West Harris Avenue, and then currently the zone is T6. You see, Transex 6 Urban Core zoning. And the applicant is proposing an adult daycare center known as Stella Day Hotel with a new ramp access from the existing one-story building, and restriping existing parking spaces and adding a pickup and drop zone. And previously, the project is used for retail sales use. And there wouldn't be any exterior alteration. Primarily, the project is proposing the interior modification. You can see on the existing site plan, and the existing parking layout will be restriped to provide 5 standard and 2 accessible parking spaces. Also, the pickup and drop zone you can see on the north side of the property. And according to the city parking standard, 1 parking space per employee and pickup and drop off zone is required. And then you can see that 7 parking spaces are sufficient for 7 staff members. The adult daycare center will be operated between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. 7 staff members will assist clients between 15 to 30. And depends on the program, the number of client may be different. And the exterior sign is not part of this minor use permit, but there will be a separate sign permit will be required. Oh, so sorry. Therefore, planning staff recommends the zoning administrator for the project is categorically exempt in accordance with the CEQA guidelines and approve the minor use permit to allow the general maintenance. And the open the question, this concludes my talk.
Sorry, that's right. Thank you. Would the applicants like to say anything on the proposal?
I think that.
Yes, we would like to offer course our services to our community, you know, especially who are stable. Yeah. Services.
Now that we are almost done, not completely in COVID-19, most of the finance just came on. We are all program. We're truly be able to finance this.
Are you operating in any other locations currently?
We hope so. No, but this will be our first.
This is our
First day program together. We do have our experiences, both myself and Julie in this business for more than 20 years. Just been
after there's the my peer from way back in the contrast the years since we heard about this area needs a program like this, so we consulted with GRC, and we said if you're interested in this, support the program. So it's
Your residential care programs, are they catered more to seniors?
adults.
So, okay, so you've operated for adults with
Yes.
some of
If you want to.
excellent, great, yeah, no, GGRC is a great resource.
There's been a teacher was in super. This under regional school is the contrast.
You work on-
No, I do not.
Yeah, I took a look at your middle and your brochure, and I think you have a really thoughtful daily list of activities and program. Is that based on your experience with the existing operations? You have not said the county?
Because they cannot just say. Like senior citizens, they go out for community. We don't want to be home all the time. We want to go out for community activities and be with other people.
Do you have a catch basin or an area where you think your clients will come from? Will they all be San Mateo County, San Francisco area?
So within the catchment area of what we area, then providing
Hands on, pick them up, or is there an option for them to be dropped off separately by caretaker?
we in our program design, we would like to pick them up. Sending them to public transfer. Also, safety concern. Yes.
We are already conducting.
Yeah, will that be a 8-person van or?
Most likely.
6-person?
That can accommodate and take 1 or 2 trips. Depending on.
We're excited.
We're very excited. We should have now. Really fun. But it took us a while to actually find. Yeah, it took us
Some years. Yes.
to actually find somebody here.
I can travel every day my teams. Coming Syrians. I'm traveling back.
Well, with somebody's help. Okay. they outline.
Excellent. Well, I think those are the questions I have for you. Is that a public comment that just left? Or was that a property owner?
No, I don't.
No relationship? All right, and
It could be one of the public.
yeah, well, I'll give them a second to come back in, so I'm gonna leave the public hearing open for a moment then. Questions, staff? I know we did our notifications, mailing radius. Did we get any comments or emails from
No.
property owners?
No.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We've been waiting for that. We don't know. We don't know.
They tend not to be too controversial. Let's see if this person wants to make a comment.
Thank you, ladies, for your time.
Oh, no problem. And then have you found finance?
Yes,
Okay.
for business license.
Yeah.
No, I can attend second public. Cheers to it already. Chelsea. I know. Oh, this goes.
Basically, after always a new yard. Just a notice of action, just what went down here.
Okay. sounds
Yeah.
good.
I offended one time during Julia, I was one of the people, so the same thing. Confronted, and it was my first time too.
So, just for the process, so after this one. What usually we're.
So there's a, period after. No period? Yeah, first period.
Oh, the pink.
Yeah, quick period. Then after, the period is passed, you're gonna send your letter.
And how long does that?
Oh, yeah.
15 days.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll go through that in a second. I'm gonna ask if there's any comments from the public. The person who has since left does not want to make a comment, so are there any,
Sir, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
the person who was in here did not want to make a comment. Hereby property owner was just observing. So
Oh,
no
yes.
comments, no issues on that. And I don't see any attendees with hands raised, so I'm gonna close the public hearing. And turn it back to discussion with staff. Any additional comments? I think here's, except to say the COA is being fenced. I'll note that any of the internal improvements will require a building permit. It's not a condition of approval, but to presume that you understand that significant construction will require building permits. But otherwise, then it just goes back for a decision, and I'm gonna recommend that we, per findings of fact, in the CEQA recommendations, approve the minor use permit. There will be a 15-day appeal period from date of notice of action. We can turn those out pretty quick, so let's suspect we'll get that done at the end of the week or early next week, and then it'll be 15 days from that period. In the interim, if you start wanting to work on building permit submittal, you can do that.
Okay.
And business license can be issued or can be reviewed and submitted at any time.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can. submit your business license. go to the process. Perfect. Victoria will be able to sign up on after the 15th. So thanks for your patience. I know the minor use permit is not a particularly easy process, and there's, cost associated with it, so thank you for taking the time. Should be a pretty special population.
We've been patient for so long.
2 years is a long.
Yes, it's a long time, but it's. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Well, good luck. We'll issue a notice of action, but the recommendations to approve it and move forward and help serve your community.
Thank you.
What's the name of the business?
Thank you.
Stella program.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes the meeting. And we'll close the hearing at 2:13 p.m.